She reported him 5 times, 5 separate occasions where she told police, "He's watching me, he's following me, I'm afraid." The 5th time, they fined her for wasting police time. 3 weeks later, she was dead. Welcome to True Crime Explorers. Today, we're examining 10 real cases where the warning signs were blazing red, flags that, if recognized, might have saved lives. These aren't statistics. These are daughters, mothers, friends whose trust was turned into something deadly. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss cases that could teach us how to recognize danger before it's too late. In the vast majority of intimate partner homicides, there were warning signs, patterns that escalated over weeks, months, sometimes years. The 10 cases we're covering are based on court documents, police reports, and investigative journalism. These warning signs could be the difference between recognizing danger and becoming a headline. Let's begin. 10. He won't accept it's over. Alice Ruggles. October 2016, Gateshead, England. 24-year-old Alice Ruggles ended her relationship with soldier Triman Dillon after months of jealous, controlling behavior. He responded with hundreds of texts, voicemails, unannounced visits. One morning, Alice woke to find flowers inside her home. He'd climbed through her window while she slept. Alice called police. 12 days later, Dillon broke in through a rear window and slashed her throat in the bathroom. At trial, he claimed it was an accident. The jury convicted him of murder, life sentence, minimum 22 years. Alice's family established the Alice Ruggles Trust to advocate for stalking victims. Warning sign: when someone refuses to accept a breakup, keeps showing up despite clear boundaries, that's not love. That's an obsession that can turn lethal. 9. He's always watching me. Shana Grice. Brighton, 2016. 19-year-old Shana Grice reported her ex-boyfriend Michael Lane multiple times. He was following her, had stolen her keys, put a tracking device on her car, watched through her bedroom window. Instead of protecting her, Sussex police fined Shana £90 for wasting police time. On August 25, 2016, Lane broke into Shana's house, cut her throat, and set fire to the room to destroy evidence. He was convicted of murder. The case triggered a major review. Police had missed opportunities and shown bias against Shana. Officers faced misconduct proceedings. Warning sign: escalating surveillance, tracking movements, stealing keys, showing up everywhere is premeditated. When authorities minimize your fear, trust your gut anyway. 8. I Can't Live Without You. Emma Walker. Knoxville, Tennessee, November 2016. 16-year-old cheerleader Emma Walker tried ending her relationship with 18-year-old Riley Gall multiple times. Every time he'd spiral, dramatic declarations, threats to hurt himself, hundreds of texts daily. Then strange incidents started, threatening notes, a masked figure in the yard. Riley positioned himself as Emma's protector from this mysterious stalker, except he was staging everything to frighten her back into his arms. When that didn't work, on November 21, 2016, Riley went to Emma's home at night and fired 2 shots through her bedroom wall while she slept. 1 bullet struck her in the head. She died instantly. Riley was convicted of first-degree murder, life with possibility of parole after 51 years. Emma's parents now advocate for teen dating violence awareness. Warning sign: when a partner can't handle you leaving, threatens self-harm, creates crises to keep you close, that's not love, that's control, and it escalates fast. 7. If I Can't Have You. Linda Riccio. December 1987, Huntington Beach, California. Ronald Roos had ended his relationship with Linda Riccio months earlier. Linda became obsessed, constant calls, drive-bys. Then she rented an apartment in Ronald's same building, monitoring his every movement. On December 22, 1987, Linda waited outside Ronald's apartment. When he came home, they argued. She pulled out a .38 caliber revolver and shot him multiple times. She just stood there, gun in hand. At trial, prosecutors called it obsessive rage. She was convicted of second-degree murder. Warning sign: when an ex physically moves closer, changes jobs, rents nearby, engineers coincidental meetings, that's surveillance. And if I can't have you, no one can isn't a figure of speech. 6. He keeps turning up where I am. Gracie Spinks. Derbyshire, England, June 2021. 23-year-old Gracie Spinks loved horses. After briefly dating former colleague Michael Sellers, she ended things. Michael kept contacting her, showing up at the stables near her home, leaving unwanted notes and gifts. Gracie reported him for stalking. Police classified it low risk and closed the case. But Michael kept coming, always with excuses, always just passing by. Gracie told friends she was scared. On June 18, 2021, Michael was waiting for Gracie at the stables. He attacked her with a knife, killing her, then took his own life. The inquest was scathing. Police admitted they'd failed Gracie, minimized the reports. Her family has since campaigned for changes to stalking investigations. Warning sign. Coincidental encounters that happen too often. When someone always knows where you'll be, showing up at your safe places, that's stalking, even if they're polite about it. If these stories are affecting you, hit that like button if you think more people need to hear these warning signs. Let's continue. 5. He plays the victim, then explodes. Coercive control pattern. Here's what makes certain abusers so dangerous. They're masters of image management. To the outside world, they seem heartbroken, misunderstood, harmless. Behind closed doors, terrifying. Research on intimate partner homicides reveals a pattern. Love bombing at the start, gradual isolation, escalating control, threats and stalking, then an eerily calm phase, often when they're planning the final attack. Survivors describe Jekyll and Hyde behavior. The man who brings flowers in public corners you in private, tracks every moment, makes threats. When you tell people, they don't believe you because he's been so convincing. Warning sign. When someone's public persona doesn't match how they treat you privately, trust what you're experiencing, not what they're performing. 4. The abuse is getting rougher. Physical violence escalation. Studies tracking domestic homicides found a critical marker: strangulation attempts. Non-fatal strangulation is one of the strongest predictors an abuser will eventually kill their partner. Why? It requires sustained intent, takes minutes, and shows controlled violence. In multiple cases we've discussed, early signs included rough contact, grabbing, pushing, restraining, dismissed as just fighting. But once physical violence begins, especially involving the neck, homicide risk rises exponentially. Add weapon access, risk becomes critical. Warning sign. Any physical assault is a line crossed, and if they ever put hands around your throat even for seconds, that's an attempted murder rehearsal. 3. Someone else is the enemy, new partner targeted. When obsession spreads, the rejected partner decides the problem isn't them, it's the replacement. They monitor social media obsessively, drive by the new couple's home, make threats about home wreckers or stealing what's mine. The language reveals they view their ex as property. Multiple homicide cases followed this pattern. Exes attacking both former partners and new ones, or targeting only the new partner to clear the path back. Warning sign. If your ex makes threats about your new partner, follows you together, expresses fantasies about what they do, that's targeting, and it can turn lethal for everyone involved. 2. He keeps talking about killing her, leaking intent. If she leaves me, I'll kill her. I know exactly how I'd do it. After intimate partner homicides, investigators often discover the killer told people, masked as dark jokes, stated plainly to friends, posted cryptically online. Research identified this leaking pattern in significant percentages of cases. They test run their plan verbally, gauge reactions. When no one takes them seriously, it reinforces they can follow through. Warning sign. Repeated threats of murder, even as jokes. Detailed descriptions of how they do it. Suicide, homicide talk. These aren't outbursts. They're confessions of intent. Report them every time. 1. This looks like a stalker, but it's him. Crystal Krug. Colorado, 2023. 43-year-old Crystal Krug was terrified. For 10 weeks, she'd received disturbing messages from someone claiming to be an old flame. Graphic, threatening, obsessive messages through anonymous apps and burner numbers. Crystal reported the stalking. She even suspected her husband, Daniel Krug. Their marriage was deteriorating. Arguments, talk of separation. But would he go this far? Yes. Daniel was the stalker. He'd created every fake account, sent all the messages, building an elaborate fiction to terrorize her, keep her dependent, needing his protection. When Crystal was still going to leave, Daniel killed her in their garage in March 2023, staging it to look like the stalker did it. But digital forensics traced every fake account back to Daniel's devices. He was convicted of first-degree murder. Warning sign: when harassment revolves suspiciously around your current partner, when the stalker knows things only your partner would know, when timing matches relationship problems, trust your instinct. Sometimes the call is coming from inside the house. 10 women who showed courage by trying to leave, by reporting, by fighting for safety. They did what we're told. Speak up, get help, trust the system, and yet they're gone. But their stories show these warning signs are visible. They escalate in patterns. We can recognize them in relationships around us, our own lives, our friends' lives, our children's lives. Refusal to accept breakups, constant surveillance. I can't live without you. Manipulation, possessive jealousy, showing up everywhere. These aren't love, these are danger. If you or someone you know is experiencing these warning signs, help is available. National Domestic Violence Hotline 1-800-799-7233. UK National Stalking Helpline 0808 802 030. Numbers are in the description. Which warning sign needs more awareness? Share your thoughts respectfully below. These conversations could help someone recognize danger. If you found this important, please share it and check out our video on cold cases solved by new technology, link right here. Subscribe and turn on notifications. We post new deep dives every week. Until next time, stay safe, stay aware, and stay curious. Remember, you deserve relationships built on respect, not fear. Always.